Hi everyone. Let us look at update and insert statements. We want to select a different table now. So in our tables, I will select sales.specialties, right click and select top 1000 rows. And you notice that there are only two rows in this data. The first one says that buying group ID is 2 and we have the deal description, which is a 10% discount, and we have 31st March 2016 as the end date and the 1st of January as the starting date. And then for buying group ID 1, we have 15% discount on Tasteman starting on the 1st of April and ending on the 30th of June. So what we need to do here is that out of the two special deal IDs that we have, which is 1 and 2, we want to make a change to the first one. To do this, I will write a new query and we will say update sales dot special deals, and we want to set our end date equal to 12/31/2020, and we also want the deal description to become 10% 2020, and I'm just going to call it wingtip for now. After this, we will say that where the special deal ID is equal to 1. Make sure that this is a single quote and not a double quote. Perfect. Once we have done this, we can click on execute. Now see, it tells us that one row has been affected, but how do you know that this change has actually happened? If we come back to the other query, which is directly from the table, and if I execute it once again, you would notice that our end date has changed as well as our deal description. Let us now look at how we can insert using the insert statement. I want to close both these queries. And first we will go to the sales.special deals and once again have a look at this. As you can see, we have two rows that have been given here. So we have special deal ID 1 and special deal ID 2. And let's say that we want to add a third one. In the previous example, we did a modification, and in this one, we want to add a new one. So I will click on new query. And here we will say that insert into sales.special deals. And now we can select all the values in the appropriate columns. So first we have to write a list of all the columns. And since there are many columns here, I will break it into different lines. So it becomes a little simpler for us to look at it. So we have the deal description, then we have the start date, then we have the end date, we have the discount percentage, we have the last edited by, and then we also have the last edited when. You don't need to remember all these columns. You can also open up from the Object Explorer the columns folder and see a list of all the columns. Now in these columns that we have selected, we want to insert these values. So we have to write in the same order. So I will say that we are creating a third record, which is 50% off in November. Then we have the date So we have two dates, start and the end date. So we have 10/1/2017, and then we have 10/30/2018. These are just random dates that I'm selecting. There is no pattern behind this. After this, we have the discount percentage. So let's keep it at 22. Then we have the last edited by, and we also have the last edited when. So let's make it 6/20/2017. Once we have done this, we can execute. It says that one row has been affected. And if you want to see the result in the same query, you can also write select all, which is an asterisk. And then you can say from sales dot specialties. Since we only want to run the last two lines, I will select them and click on execute. And it shows us that we have the third row that has been added. We don't have the values for some of the columns since we did not select them, but we have the deal description. We have the start date, end date, discount percentage, last edited by. Then we also have last edited when, and obviously we have the special deal ID number 3 as well.